encouraging. Front half of a canoe or a boat snapped off. Well, morning. So beautiful Saturday morning. Gonna hit the harbour. Yeah, gonna try and get up a bit of the Hunter River. So we'll see how we go. See you on the water. One of the great things of living in Stockton, it's just a short walk to the harbour. Tide should be turning soon, so we'll get up the river a bit before we have to really fight the currents. What a cracking morning, eh? Absolutely fantastic. High tide. Tide will be turning in about an hour, I think, so we're gonna head up that way. Well, here we are on the water on a beautiful Saturday morning. Gonna head up river and see how far we can get. Just gorgeous out here on the harbour. Alright, first stop on our harbour tour. Check out this barge. On this side of the harbour they do a lot of repairs, and there was actually a big oil rig here a few weeks ago. I meant to fly the drone and land on it, but yeah, time got away from me. So anyway, a few fishermen out this morning. Must be something biting. Man, I love my city, seriously. I mean, where else can you just walk to the street and do this? I mean, probably a few places, to be honest. But this is the place to be. Love Newcastle. Stockton Bridge, ladies and gentlemen. That was a game changer when that got put in. As you can probably tell, we're just drifting with the current. It's making paddling really easily. I'm going to get up as far north as I can before the tide turns and then drift back. Sure, some people would say that's cheating. It's just using your brains, I think. Hey, by the way, I'm using this different paddle today. King's paddle. It's really good. It's making a huge difference. And my new kayak from Bay Sports is almost in transit, so I should have that in a couple of weeks. So as soon as I get that, I'll be doing a full review and yeah, checking it out. So this might be one of the last paddles on Old Faithfully, well, for a little while anyway. All right, enough of me jabbering on. Let's get some paddling happening. Check that out, you can see the tide running in there. Filling that up, that's pretty cool. I think we'll avoid that. I won't probably get back in the main harbour. That is cool. Oh, that's stronger than I thought. Woo. Almost. So we're just here in the mangroves. So good. Get a bit of shade. Do a bit of exploring in here. I was about to say I just got to try not to run aground, and I just did. Right. So that's what we don't want to do, because I don't want to have to get out in these mangroves. They're flipping sharp on your feet. So I'm going to try and get me... Oh, shivers. You enjoy the view. I'll get us unstuck. Check, still going the right way. If anyone's near Hexham Macca's wants to call in, of course this isn't live, so that won't matter. Shame about that. Anyway, change to the wide brim hat. Sun's come out now, so I keep going this way. Up there. So peaceful out here after another busy week. It is just amazing to get out here on a Saturday morning and just decompress, enjoying God's creation, chilling out. But back to the Macca's thing, like it would be really cool if I could just call into Macca's and get a burger or something. Keep paddling, tide's going to turn soon and then we'll head back, maybe, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't even know where I'm going. Up there somewhere. And when the tide turns around, we'll be going that way. Wind's just starting to pick up, so I might be fighting the wind on the way home. Got to admit, didn't count on that exactly. Maybe if I just hug the other shore, it'd be fine. I don't know. So, I decided to do something a bit crazy. Since I'm 1/4 of the way on this exploring a bit of a route. I've been at it for about an hour and a half, I reckon. Probably a 6-hour trip maybe. So, that's what we're going to do. We're almost Hexham. There's a bit of a, looks like a bit of a, according to the maps. I'll show you the maps, will be on the screen somewhere around here. And then we'll come back down under Toole Street Bridge, past the coal loaders and across the harbour. One thing I just noticed is I've packed my water bottle and everything, which is, you need to be hydrated, but it's all behind me and it's really hard to get to without falling out. So wind's coming up a little bit. Might have to come back here another time. Set up a camp over there. It's wetlands. It's pretty amazing actually. I just saw a couple of owls in the trees and an eagle. I just couldn't get in there close enough to get any footage, but yeah, there's a ton of wildlife here. This would be super cool to spend the night over there. Been going for about almost maybe, I don't know, 2.5 hours maybe. Definitely needed a break. I'm gonna head down here. Yeah, a few more hours yet, but this is a great day for paddling. Hexham Bridge is only another, I'd say, 500 metres up that way. Hope you enjoyed this adventure. If you are, don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Chicken shapes. Try it again. Chicken shapes. Breakfast of champions, that and some Coke. You're not going to believe what I've just found. I'm not actually sure what it is. Check this out. Strange sea creature. I don't know. In a minute, I'm going to show you a sign. I often wonder who puts these signs up. So we're approaching a bridge. You'll see this bridge here. That's the bridge to Ash Island. Now, I'm going to show you a sign, and then I'm going to, along with you all, wonder why it's there. Okay, so have a look at this sign. It says, warning power lines, maximum vessel height 3 metres. Now of itself, that wouldn't be a bad sign. But the bridge is only like 1 metre off the water, maybe 1.5 metres tops. So you ain't getting under that bridge. So you ain't hitting those power lines. Some people will say, yeah, but Matt, the power lines are just before the bridge. Yeah, well, if you're that close to the bridge on a sailing boat, as a sailor, trust me, you're hitting that bridge. Unbelievable. I'm just wondering if I've done the right thing because I'm feeling pretty flogged. However, salvation is at hand. The tide has turned. Look at this. Woohoo! The tide has finally turned. So that should make getting across the harbour much easier, because by the time we get to the harbour, I'm pretty sure we're going to encounter a bit of breeze. A few waves, which is fine. Let's keep going. I'm just going to head under this pipeline thing here. That's not very encouraging. Front half of a canoe or a boat snapped off. Yeah, well, we'll just keep going and pretend we didn't see that, I guess. Well, it looks like the signs that tell you about the power lines have been run into. Maybe they need a sign that tells you that there's a sign ahead and not to run into it, maybe. And although I got excited about the tide turning, I don't know why, but at this part of the harbour, it seems to have picked up in the opposite direction, which means I'm now fighting the tide and the wind. I'm not really stoked about that. And I have no idea how long it's going to take me to get home. So a bit of an update. It's pretty hard going. The tide's on my side, but the wind's come up, so I'm working against the wind and the waves. It's hard work in this kayak. Sure, the Viking Nemo is great for just mucking around for a couple of 100 metres or a couple of Ks at best, but anyway, I might have to call in the cavalry, I think. Gotta do it.
To voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available.
This trek will be completed when I get my new kayak. Luckily I just bought some roof racks for kayaks, otherwise this kayak could probably be staying here, I reckon. It's all part of the fun, isn't it? This doesn't look sus at all. Here I am next to the coal loaders, dragging a kayak up. Sal will be soonish, and we'll get it all sorted. This really is the end. That's a wrap.